with my Lifepro Rumlux Pro 4D. And today I'm going to take you through a flexibility workout level 1. So welcome everybody. This is going to be not necessarily a workout because we're going to be stretching, but it's a workout in the sense that we'll move through many movements. So in the past, if you have had a chance to go on YouTube, you'll see that there's a series, oh gosh, 10, 20, 30 different live streams that we've done, we've recorded that are based in yoga. So most flexibility work that I teach has a yoga background in it. After all, almost everything that we do in stretching, in movement, has a yoga base. So many of these things will be very similar. So I want to welcome you all and know that even though you say, I'm not flexible, I'm not limber, that's why we do this stuff. People come to class to become more flexible, to become more limber. And what better way to become more flexible than on a Lifepro vibration platform? So welcome everybody. Let me know where you're tuning in from and what platform you're going to be using. I'm going to hang out for a few minutes to let the live stream populate while all the people on social media get on board, and just tell you a few props that you'll be needing today. With most of our platforms, I think all the platforms, we have these resistance band loops. And I want to recommend you have one. It doesn't really matter. A light to medium is fine. It's just going to be a prop to help us to set our shoulders in the right place. I also have a chair, which is about 2 foot high, and this you can get on Amazon or anywhere. I like the chair to be where your knees are just a little bit lower than your hips, or maybe as high, but not any higher. Okay, so we want to make sure that you're in a good place there. This flexibility workout level 1 will be mostly sitting down, or we're going to be standing with one leg on the platform. I'm not going to be sitting on the platform, and I'm not going to be on the floor. So fear not. Any of you that right now are not ready to stand with both feet on the platform, no problem. Or you're not ready to sit on the platform or get on the floor, no problem. But the next video, the next live we're doing on Friday, we will be laying on the floor. We will be laying on the platform. We'll be sitting on the platform. So this is for all of you folks that are just not ready for that stage of movement on the vibration platform. So welcome to all. I have the Lifepro Rumlux Pro 4D, and I'm going to put it on. And I think today I'm going to just go into a lateral movement. For the first maybe 10 minutes, then I'm going to go 10 minutes into the oscillation. In terms of the vibrational the level, I'm going to go between about 30 to 40. So if you have the turbo or the Waver Mini or whatever, that's all oscillation. That's fine. Use a platform of frequency level, vibration level that feels good for you. So let's move things up here. And as I said, I'm going to go into lateral movements. And for the first 10 minutes, I'll be working a lot of upper body. So when I mean upper body mobility, we're still going to have our feet on the platform because we want that energy to come from the feet into the knees, into the hips, and where our pelvis is nice and tall. You're going to take your loop, and you can cross it over, make a little knot, and you're going to pull apart. Okay, so I just want to feel the shoulders down. And we're going to make some circles like you're rowing or just kind of breaststroking, swimming forward. I just want to get those shoulders to move. One elbow's up and one elbow's down. Now, when we do this, I want you to notice that I'm bending through my side body. So we're just pulling that band apart. Head is over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Knees are a little bit wider than the hips, and feet are a little wider than the knees. Now reverse that circle. And take a big breath in and a big breath out. I just want to get a little bit of movement going in the body, on the upper body, while the lower body is feeling the vibration in the feet, in the calves, in the knees, all the way up to the hips, and release it. Hands will come onto your knees, and just let's bend the elbows and lean forward. You're going to drop your head, just shake your head no, and shake it yes. And then stack your spine, press your hands into your knees, and bring your ear to your shoulder. Now, when people do this, they tend to look down. Look straight ahead. The hand, my ear is to my left shoulder. I'm going to reach my right hand out, reach up and over, and then push down. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Press down. Breath is super important when we're stretching. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. And bring that hand down. You're going to bend your elbows and lean forward, putting a little bit of vibration up into the shoulders. Drop your head, shake it no, shake it yes, and then stack up your spine again. So the ear goes to the other shoulder. You don't need your band, you can set it down for right now. And let the eyes gaze forward, pull the chin in, and feel that nice neck stretch. Reach your arm up, inhale, and then exhale, press down. I'm turning my arm bone. Inhale and exhale. And do this 3 more times. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm going to start with the head and shoulders and work my way down into the hips and the feet. Last one. Breathe in and out. Come back to center. Pull the chin in and slide your hands down now to your shins. Drop your head. Relax your shoulders. Shake everything out. I'm pushing the hands into the shins so I can feel the energy moving up into my forearms, into my shoulders. Belly is pulled in. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, stack up your spine. Bring your hands underneath your chair, maybe behind your chair, and lift your chest up. Tuck your chin to your chest. And then let your eyes look forward. Hands are at the side. I'm pulling apart the chair. Or if you have your handles on your chair, hold on to it. And then we're going to look to the left, pull the chin in, and look to the right. So I just want your head to turn, even though you're pushing your feet down. And we're looking for range of motion. Now, many people get tight in their neck and shoulders. So it's very important that you pull the chin in. And then after about 2 or 3 more of these, and you get used to this movement, we're going to add on to this. And if you, again, check back in the YouTube library. I've got some videos specific to stiff necks and shoulders. This is just a little taste of everything. I want a full body stretch here. So I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to put it on my chin and draw my chin back into a nice stretch, holding onto the chair, eyes looking over the shoulder, bring the head back, and then turn to the other side. So once I turn here, I'm just going to gently pull my jaw, my chin, my elbow. I'm holding onto the chair with the other hand so my shoulders are square. And come back to center. And let's just roll the shoulders out. Grab your band again. And we're going to put our hands in the loops. So we're going to reach up and down. Just a nice strong straight arm, up and down. Take an inhale when you reach up. Exhale down. Pull that band apart. And 1 more time. Good. Now from here, I'm going to make little circles around. So my fingers are reaching to the sky, and I did about 5 in one direction and then the other direction. Letting the arm bones drop in the shoulder sockets, just lubricating those shoulder joints up. Great. Bring your hands down. Okay, we'll do that again. You're going to reach the arms up. Now you're going to keep pushing out, and let's lean to your right. Okay, lean to your right. It'll be my left. Okay, lean, and then come back to center. Let the shoulders relax, lean to the other side. Push in. So if I'm leaning to one side, the opposite foot is pressing down into the platform. Come back to center and lean. Stretch out the muscles, the intercostals. Those are muscles that are between your ribs. Come back to center. Take a breath. If it's too much for your arms, bring them down. Inhale again. Take an exhale over. So if you're leaning to your right, push down into your left leg. If you're leaning to the left, push down in your right leg. Excellent. And come back to center and release. Okay, now we're gonna get rid of the band. One more time, we're gonna slide our hands down and drop our shoulders, shake the head up. You'll feel a little bit more stretch into the back of the body. Take a big breath in and pull the belly back. And you're gonna sweep the hands back and around. Big circles, inhale up and around. For 3 and 2 and 1. We've got about 3 more minutes working our upper body. So let's go with arms straight and we're gonna rotate right and left. If it's too much here, put your hands on your shoulders, little Adrian keep the hips straight. I'm working into the rotational muscles of the obliques in the back. So again, arms out, nice and strong and straight. Your head can go with you, or you can just keep your head forward and get that rotation. For 3 and 2 and 1. And bring it down. Now our side bend's going to be a little bit bigger. Walk your feet out wider. You're going to take your right hand on your knee, and you're going to bend your right elbow and reach the arm up and circle it down. Come up and back. Bring the arm up and circle forward. Exhale, inhale back. So I've got a little bit of side bend and rotation. Exhale and inhale. Leaning into that thigh bone and back. One more time. And round and back. Let's switch sides. So I'm going to bend over to the side. Okay, I'm letting my forearm rest on my thigh. I'm going to reach up and over and back. Side bending and rotation. And back. Use the breath here. Take an exhale, closing everything up. Inhale, open everything up. 2 more times. And back. And 1 more. Man, this feels great on my back. I hope it feels good on your back. And 1. Great. So I've got just about 40 seconds left, or that's actually a minute and a half left. Take your hand, opposite hand on knee. The other hand is going to reach back behind your chair. Turn your head. Both arms are going to reach up. Take the hand on the opposite thigh. Hand goes behind. Turn your shoulders. Turn your head. Let's do it with breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Press into your feet. Exhale. Up and down. Now you feel the shoulders, the ribs, the chest, the belly. Everything's turning, but the hips are still. I'm going to get working on those hips in a moment. Inhale up, exhale down. We've got 2 more each way. Arms up, shoulders relax, turning belly, ribs, chest, shoulders, arms, and then head, and up, and rotate and down. When we reach up, we get length out of the pelvis to turn to one side and then the other side. Excellent. Come on up and then roll back down. Drop feet down all the way to your toes. Shake your head no, shake it yes. Feel the stretch deeper in your lower back. Take 1 more big breath in and roll yourself all the way up and roll the shoulders back. Excellent. So now my platform's just about to shut off. Perfect timing. We're going to be doing some standing. You'll need your chair because there's going to be a little instability, and I want you to feel comfortable that this is not a balance class. This is a flexibility class. Okay, so you're going to stand up. And now I'm going to go on oscillation mode. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat, and I will answer them after our live. My speed is about 39 or 40, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is move my chair to the side. This is my left leg. It could be your right if you're facing me. My toes are pointing out. Now, when we're further on the outside of the platform, you're going to get a lot more vibration. Put your hands on your hips so your hips don't shift, and bend in and back. I want you to drive your knee over your toes, not any further over, unless it feels good for you to go a little deeper, but you don't really pass your toes. Okay, hips are going with me, and all 10 toes are pointing out. This is extra rotation in your hips. And everything that I'm doing today, everybody, it's going to be about 5 reps or so. give yourself a couple of moments to feel into it and then straighten out. And I never really lock out. There's always a soft bend. Hold this. Now I'm going to take my hand inside. I'm going to reach to the nice side bend stretch. Now when I come back, I'm going to straighten my platform leg and reach up. And then come back to the side bend and reach over. Breathe in and exhale. Then inhale. The exhale takes you back to center. The inhale takes you to the side bend and over. You can feel that vibration coming up your hips one more time. And let's hold it here. Take your hand behind your head. Many of us tend to bring our head forward, so I want you to lean back into it. You're opened up your inner thigh. You've got a side stretch. We've already worked the waist, so you should feel this stretch in here. Take one more breath and come back in. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn and I'm going to face the platform. This is where the chair will come in. So I'm going to bring my chair close to my side. And now I'm standing with my hips square. I'm going to bring my foot forward. Now I'm going to bend my knee into this and hold on to the chair if you feel unstable. It's right there for you. But your hips are driving in and then out. So you're just going to feel that vibration come up your leg. Bend in. Okay? Do 2 more of these. Push into that back heel. The whole goal here of that leg on the floor is to feel the calf stretching. Okay? We're going to work into that a little bit more. But now, here's the hamstring stretch on the platform leg. Then the chair's here for my support. I'm going to straighten my leg and hinge over. You're going to feel, because I'm in oscillation, the pulsation is pulling up. The bone's pulling up in the socket. Bend your knee, release. Straighten and hinge from the hips. It's a really great hamstring stretch and bend in. We'll do that 3 more times. Belly in. You can always put one hand behind the head because I don't want your head to drop. I want you to be in one long line. You can hear my voice changing with this vibration. And back up. 2 more times. Breathe in and exhale. Now, if it feels comfortable for you not to hold on to the chair, soft bend in your knee. You can put your hand on your thigh and feel that leg, that platform leg, really moving up and into the hip socket. For 3 breaths, pull the hip back. 2, pull the chin in. Oh, this feels great in the lower back. And 1, and come back in. Excellent. So welcome, Vermont Facebook person. Glad you can join us. Okay, so now I've gone really nice and wide here, right? We're going to go and we're going to turn around. Now, bring your chair with you, okay? Good, for balance. I've got my foot on the platform. I'm going to drop my heel and lift. I'm going to roll. My foot on the floor is just keeping my knee over my ankle. I want to work on stretching my hip flexor and my ankle and my toes, okay? So it's a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. I just caught myself leaning forward. Try to get yourself lined up, roll in and press. If you feel in your low back, don't go back too far. Maybe shorten your stance or widen your stance. Or maybe you might have to hinge forward. And if that feels better on your back, do that, okay? There's a hinge forward. But I'm supporting my weight here, okay? I don't want you to crank into your back too much. This is about getting your calf, but if you stand upright, it's a little bit more hip flexor, okay? If you feel comfortable not holding on to anything, that's okay. Knee bends and extends, so you get a nice stretch in the thigh. 2 more times, and 1 more time, and release. So let's walk around. You can feel the difference between one hip and the other. There should be a lot more movement in that hip. So I'm going to have my chair at the side, just for my next exercise, and I'm going to stand rather wide. I'll make sure. Okay, so a nice wide stretch. My hips are even. Okay, I'm not sure that you can see that. Okay, my hip wasn't even. I want to even my hips. Feel that. Make sure that you can feel that. Okay, so we're going to bend into the platform knee and then straighten it out. Got a lot of jiggling going on. Bend. Toes are pointing out. The hips are open here. Inhale. Inner thigh stretch. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your head back. And 2. Now we're going to hold this one. We've kind of primed up our leg. You're going to Put your hand inside. I'm pushing my knee out. And I'm going to stretch over. Get a nice big stretch. And then straighten both legs and reach up and over. Open all the way down. And then take it up and over. Breathe in. Push into your platform heel. Shift your weight onto the floor leg. And then bend in. There's always going to be a little soft bend on that platform leg, okay? So it may not look like it, but I have a little soft bend there, pushing through my foot. 2 more times. Take a big breath. Circulate that oxygen in your body with strong breaths out. 1 more time. Big stretch. It's like you're a little windmill, right? Or the toast in the toaster. So everything is in one long line. Okay, now we're going to turn into it. This is where my chair is going to help me. I want to keep my hips square. So literally put your hands on and face your platform. Okay? We're going to bend into the knee. My heel is on the ground. And there's my sun again. This time of the day, I always get these little sunbeams. But I want you to feel that back heel down. Let me move my camera down to make sure you can see that it is true. My heel is down. Okay? Put on the platform. You can hold on here. Turn that heel. If you notice my toes are pointing out, I want your heel very much in line with the platform. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Okay, get a little stretch in that hip flexor and the calf. Going in. Now we're going to add on to that. Now the platform leg is going to go straight and you're hinging right from the hips. You can hold on to your chair for support. Look at my back, it's flat. Make sure your head doesn't drop. You have to put your hand on your head so your head's pushing back. Okay, bend into your knee. Hinge from the platform hip. Pull that leg back and stretch. Your stretch is from your ankle, calf, back of the knee, back of the thigh, all the way to the tailbone. The abdominals are pulled in. And then you come upright. We've got 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale. Drive that heel forward and the hip back. The platform hip is back. Floor hip is forward. 1 more time. Breathe in. And then push it back. That should feel really good. Feeling the bones into the hip socket. And release. Now, we're going to stay off the platform for a second. I'm going to turn around. I want my chair really handy on this. Platform leg, same leg I've been working. Now my toes are on the platform. You're going to adjust yourself. So if I'm upright, my knee, hip, shoulder, head are alignment. And what I'm looking for is to straighten my leg. So I'm going to put a bend in my standing leg, my foot leg, and pull back. Bend in and push back. Now you might not get your heel back there. If it goes too much in your back, just hinge forward a little bit. I'm looking for a big stretch from the heel to the knee to the hip. But I also want to feel my hip flexor stretch in the front. Okay? Find that hip flexor stretch and then hinge and find that stretch in the back of the leg. Hip flexor stretch. So for our level 1, you might need to hinge forward. If you have the flexibility to push back without throwing things in your back, that's where we'll be. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in and out. Always get the feedback from the platform. That's why we're using that, to get that little extra rush into the hip. And release. Excellent. So let's go ahead now. And we're standing, but we're going to go really wide. Wow, that 10 minutes went by really quick. Let's wrap things up here. We're standing off the platform. Our hands are going to be on the platform. So go into whatever mode you like. If you're on the Rolex Pro 4D, you might want to do lateral and oscillation. If you've just got oscillation, great. If you want to go pulsation. But let's go ahead. I still want to stay on a speed of about 30 or so, 30 to 40. And I'm going to let my hands rest and my knees are bent. And if it's too much in your head, keep your head up a bit and just let your shoulders, let your arms shake out. Soft here, knees are soft. And I'm going to show you my back from the side because I want you to know that my back is flat, okay? So try this. Try something different. Instead of being parallel with the platform like you normally do, go to the side. And let's try it this way. This might even work better for you. Walk out. Push your butt back. Again, if it's too much for your head, keep it lifted. And then come forward. Flat back. Bend your knees. You're going to feel the stretch in your lower back. The hands are light on the platform, and then you're going to roll forward, and then you're going to put a little bit of pressure in your hands as you roll forward. Legs are straight. Bend your knees, push your booty back, and then come forward. This is a great hamstring stretch, and I'm working into my shoulders. Now, when I bend back this time, my right hand's going to go underneath. I'm going to look under. I'm going to reach toward the screen in the shoulder rotation. Come back to center, switch hands, and look underneath. We call this weaving the needle. I'm back to my rotation with my shoulders, but my hips are still. Let's do 2 more like that. Rotate. My hand's in front of my shoulders, and rotate. Knees are bent. 1 more time. Rotate. And back. This should feel like a nice little hamstring stretch. And rotate. Walk back. Slowly bring yourself up. And we're going to end our session sitting on your chair. Okay. Probably one of my favorite stretches of all when I do, and I love all stretching, but I love the figure 4. So keep your right foot on your platform, and you're going to hug your left knee in for a second. Okay. Take your right hand and grab onto your ankle and cross. And you're going to sit in what we call a figure 4 stretch. If this feels enough for your hip, perfect. But I would love for you to take your hands on your inner knee and on your calf, ankle, and lean into it. And take it back. I'm going to show you from the side because it's important you see this. So I'm sitting in my figure 4. Sitting nice and tall, and then I'm going to hinge from the hips. The chin's pulled in. You might even, again, keep yourself honest by taking one hand behind your head and one hand on your knee to make sure that your alignment's awesome. You come back. We've got 3 more of those. Remember, we're doing about 5. Inhale. Exhale, belly in, chest up, and stretch through. Press into that platform leg. It has a reason. It's putting all our energy into our hip that's pulling back. 2 more, breathe in. You can always be here. You can lean into it if you have the flexibility in your back, but I don't want you to round your back. I want your back flat. 1 more time. Take a big breath in and back. I'm glad you like these hamstring stretches. There's so many different ways to do it. People think that they have to lean over and grab their toes. That's not it at all. Okay, it has nothing to do with rounding your back. Okay, let's go into the other side. Spine angle is super important when we're stretching where the origination of our leg muscles are. So we sit tall to start. We want to know what that feels like. Platform leg, anchor down. Take your palms. You're going to grab underneath. Well, actually, I put my knee up first. I want to feel my thigh bone coming up. Chest lifted. Okay. Then we'll take one hand and get that rotation in the hip. We already opened up the hip in our previous exercises, so we should feel open here, okay? And then you can lean forward, pull the chin in, guys. This is super important. I'll say it many, many times, and I don't get tired of saying it because that's one of the biggest things I see people. I was teaching a spin class today, and one of my students kept leading with your chin, so I want you to lead with your heart, okay? And that should feel a great stretch in the hip on the chair, while you're pressing down into the platform leg. Breathe into this. You want to just kind of kiss that sensation of stretch and back off. Take a breath in, hinging from hips. Get the ribs out of the pelvis, the head away from the shoulders, the chin pulled in, and you lean in. Oh my, is that yummy. And let's do that 1 more time. Breath in, and hinge from the hips. You don't have to lean far to get this stretch. If you have more flexibility, and some of you do, you can. You might lean your forearms into it. You might even take your hands behind your head. This adds a little more work into your back muscles to lengthen and strengthen your back muscles. And then come back. Excellent. So we're just going to go ahead and sit close to their platform with the legs on. And one more time, I'm going to roll down. Now I've got wide legs. This will be the last thing. You can see my legs jiggling, right? You're going to tuck your chin and roll down and drop your head between your chest, arms dangling. If it's too much for your head, bring your head up. That's fine. And let that vibration come into your legs, your shoulders, all the way up through your back, your belly. Take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, hands come on the thighs. You're going to lift up halfway. Your right shoulder goes to your left knee. Come back to center. Left shoulder to right knee. Back to center. Let's do that again. Push your knee away and drop your shoulder down. Look over your shoulder. Come back upright and hinge. And upright. Last time. We'll do 3 of these. Rotate, because they're big moves. And back. And rotate. And back. And you can rest your legs. I'm going to scoot back a little bit here. And just let your legs rest straight. Point and flex your feet. Pull your toes up. Dig your ankles in. All 10 toes to the sky. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Take a big reach up. Inhale. Push out. Get nice and long across from fingertip to fingertip. Bring your hands underneath your chair. Press down on your feet. Sitting up really tall. So this was a level 1 flexibility workout. We went from head to toes. I hope it was helpful for you today. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, type them in the chat. I'll answer you later. Or stay tuned because on Friday I'm taking you through a flexibility workout level 2. We're sitting on the platform. We're going to be laying on the floor. We're going to go a lot deeper into the hips and the shoulders. Please check out the Lifepro YouTube library. We've got lots of videos. I can't even tell you how many we've put together that show yoga-like therapeutic stretches that are doable for everybody. I break them down a lot so they're doable for wherever you are today, because every day our body shows up differently. As soon as you wake up, it's the shoulder, the hip, something's talking to you, but we want to work through it with breath and vibration. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, Roseann Zaft, here in Scottsdale, Arizona, with my Lifepro Rumblex 4D. Have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Bye for now.